Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Versatility Podcast. I'm back. It is Wednesday. Second upload, second episode of the week. Of course, I said I was gonna upload every Monday for this week to end the year. To end the month of November. Be dropping every 2 days. So of course, I drop Monday. If you haven't checked out Monday's episode, go check it out. It's Wednesday. I'll be dropping another one Friday, then Sunday, then Tuesday again. And then, of course, we'll be entering December and then into year lists and recapping all of 2023, this and that. So, of course, let's get straight to it. Because there's not much to talk about, right? We got to recap week 11 of the NFL season. Also looking at the current NBA standings, of course, let's just get straight to it. I'm also going to be making my week 12 predictions right away because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So, of course, I'm just going to be, give you guys my predictions right away. So, NBA, let's look at the current standings. Let's just do it right now. So, of course, as of November 22nd, we have games that just wrapped up. Of course, we just got the Wizards losing to the Hornets, 117-114. We got the Nuggets losing to the Magic. Interesting. 124-119. We got the Celtics beating the Bucks by 3. Overtime between the Hawks and the Nets. High scoring game. 146-143. My goodness, no defense in that one. The Raptors win by 1 point, 132-131. The Heat annihilates the Cavaliers. That's what I'm talking about. The Sixers are losing to the Timberwolves. All these games are in the fourth quarter. Clippers look like they can edge out the Spurs. Close game between Bulls, Thunder. Close game between the Kings and the Pelicans. And we got the Grizzlies still sucking ass against the Rockets, Jazz, Blazers, Warriors, Suns. Well, that should be interesting. And Mavericks, Lakers. So let's look at the current standings. So we're going to be looking at the regular season standings and the in-season tournaments and the in-season tournaments standings. So let's start off with the Eastern Conference as well. We got all 15 teams here. As you can see, Boston, no surprise. They're at number 1, 11-3. Then we got the Bucks at number 2, 10-4, with the Sixers tied at 10-4 as well. I mean, these are the 3 teams top of the East: Celtics, Bucks, Sixers. I mean, I don't think there's not much to expect. These teams have been playing great throughout the season and throughout the postseason, throughout the in-season tournament as well. So, not much to expect here. Well, the Sixers are in the in-season tournament. Not going to say they have been the best team because they're definitely not. But they have played pretty well without James Harden leaving to the LA Clippers and Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Man, Tyrese Maxey has really stepped up and he has evolved to a damn near superstar player. And if he keeps it up, man, for sure an all-star again, and leads this Sixers team to one of the best records in the Eastern Conference. In the playoffs, I don't even know. I don't care what to expect in the playoffs because we're already numb to the pain, right? The Magic, surprisingly at 4th. What the fuck was that? Anyways, the Magic in 4th place, surprisingly. Then the Heat in 5th at 9-5. The Pacers at 8-5 at 6. The Knicks are at 7 at 8-6. Same with the Cavaliers at number 8. That are also 8-6, and we got the Nets and the Hawks at 9-10 with a 6-7 record. With the Raptors 6-8 in the 11th seed, the 12th seed Bulls 5-10, the 13 Hornets seed they're 4-9. While the Wizards they're 2-11 at the 14th seed, on the Pistons again 2-13, worst team in the East, one of the worst teams in the NBA, if not the worst team in the NBA. Pistons, yeah, it's gonna be a long season for them. Then the Western Conference, we got a number 1 team. We got the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, that's all I got to say. Anthony fucking Edwards. I mean, who does he think he is? He's a fucking superstar. That's who the fuck he is, man. Anthony Edwards has been balling out all season, and that's why the Timberwolves have one of the best records in the NBA at the moment. Thunder. They're 10-4. The Thunder are cooking with gas. Chet Holmgren has been Rookie of the Year so far over Wemby. He's been more consistent than Wemby, I believe. The Nuggets are still being the Nuggets. They're still at 3rd place at 10-5. The Mavericks, Luka has been cooking. Kyrie hasn't had much playing time, but 9-5, they're not doing bad themselves. The Kings at number 5, light the beam. The Kings are still doing pretty well. The Lakers, they've started off a little slow, 9-6. They haven't. I believe they have. No, actually, no. Excuse me. They lost one home game. That was around last week. But they're 7-1 at home. They're not that great on the road, obviously 2-5. But they've been cooking. LeBron James has still been that guy in year 21, like he always has been. So and yesterday he just reached 39. He's the first player to obviously since he's the new all-time scoring leader obviously since last season. But 39,000 points. That is LeBron is currently at 39,000 on pace to get to 40,000 points. Insanity. The Suns at number 7, 8-6. They've been on a winning streak. KD has been cooking. D Book has been cooking. We need Bradley Beal though, because we need to see these three guys on the court together. We'll see what I mean. Things should be, you know, come on now. That should be amazing to watch them all three play. The Rockets have been cooking up, but they kind of been dying down a little bit as of recently. They're on a 3-game losing streak, but they might win a game here. They still haven't won a game on the road. They're 0-5. But they're a pretty good team at home. When they're at home, they get all the momentum, but when they're on the road, they're a completely different team. But they're the most mediocre team right now in the West, so that's that. The Pelicans 7-7 with Zion playing, but not really playing his best. They've just kind of been okay. The Warriors, they were on like a 6-game losing streak. Steph Curry needs help, man. Klay Thompson is not that guy anymore, man. What is going on with Klay Thompson? At this point, do we even want to consider him a splash brother? He hasn't been splashing the ball as good. He's just been super lackluster. Draymond Green still getting fucking injected. Um, not the usual. And everybody else have just been okay. But Steph Curry, once again, has just felt like he's been carrying this fucking team, which they're too talented to be having Steph take all the load. So, yeah. The Clippers, my goodness, they were an absolute disaster. The first 5 or 6 games that James Harden came in, but it looks like things are heating up. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They're 5-7. They're still not amazing. But hey, there's still much of the season left to go, right? The Jazz 4-10, not great. Grizzlies, they were oof, my goodness. 3-10 at 12-13 there. The Spurs and the Blazers, the bottom 2 teams in the West. And they're both at 3-11. And my goodness, the Spurs haven't won a game in 7 years. They're on a 9-game losing streak, ladies and gentlemen. And the Blazers not so well for them as well. 8-game losing streak. Yeah, the Spurs. Wemby, I mean, hey, this is you can't do much as a rookie. What do you expect him to do, right? Not much to ask for, but it's gonna take some time. Definitely gonna take some time. So a bunch of games just wrapped up here. Still going on. Okay. Oh wait, let me do the in-season tournament. Okay, so the in-season tournament. So let's look at the Western Conference in groups. So the Lakers right now, they're 4-0. They have not lost a game in the in-season tournament, and they've also qualified for the quarterfinals. So they're going to be moving on to the final 8 teams in the in-season tournament in December next month. The Suns still in contention. They're 2-1. I believe they play tomorrow because there's let me see tomorrow. Yeah, so tomorrow there are a bunch of matchups. They go against the Grizzlies tomorrow, or not tomorrow, excuse me, Friday, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving and there's no basketball tomorrow. But on Friday we will have the Celtics, Magic, Suns, Grizzlies, Heat, Knicks, Bulls, Raptors, King, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Raptors, Pistons, Pacers, Wizards, Bucks, Spurs, Warriors, and Pelicans, Clippers. So those are going to be the in-season tournament games. All of those games are in-season tournament games on Friday. The Jazz 2-2. It's going to be tough for them to make it to qualify. The Blazers and the Grizzlies 1-3 and 0-3. So the Blazers and the Grizzlies, they're eliminated because you can't get 3 losses. You're out. 3 L's, you're done, buddy. It's a 3-strike, you're out rule. You got to win 3 or more games, and 2 if it's two is the wild card. But you just get yourself 3 wins so you can feel a little bit more comfortable. But it's probably yeah. So obviously the Lakers, they didn't have any problem taking over this group. Not at all. In the West Group B, we got the Pelicans and the Nuggets tied for first. But of course, the Pelicans win it because they've allowed less points than the Nuggets compared to the other 3 games they played. So the Pelicans, Nuggets, whoever gets their 3rd win. So the Pelicans, Nuggets, they play against each other? No, it's the Nuggets, Warriors, Nuggets, Raptors, and the Pelicans, Clippers. Low-key, the Nuggets and the Clippers could probably get a win here. The Rockets, let's see if they could play spoilers, get their 2nd win against the Nuggets. The Mavericks and the Clippers on the verge of getting eliminated. It's a close group. Yeah, the Mavericks, Clippers. If y'all lose, y'all done in the in-season tournaments. I'm just saying, on the verge of elimination. So we'll see what happens. Then West Group C, we got the Kings and the Timberwolves still undefeated. So again, we'll see what happens there. Do they play against each other? Kings, Timberwolves? Yes. Ooh, okay. So someone's gonna get their first loss. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. I think maybe the Timberwolves might win that one. Just my opinion, right? Warriors, they still only played 2 games, just like the Timberwolves and the so there'll be more games to catch up to. Thunder 1-2 and the Spurs 0-3. They struck out. They completely struck out. So yes, they're obviously eliminated. In the East, Group A, the Pacers have already qualified for the quarterfinals with 3 wins. The Cavaliers 2-1. They just beat the Sixers yesterday in the in-season tournament games. So yes, these 2 teams are going to be fighting for a wild card spot. We'll see Cavaliers. It's mostly the Sixers who are going to be fighting for a wild card spot because they've played 4 games while the other teams have only played 3. Cavaliers, they came out and balled yesterday. Hawks 1-2. The Pistons, yeah, as usual, they're fucking out of here. Group B, the Bucks and the Heat, undefeated. Hey, the Miami Heat, they've been playing good basketball. The only bad game was that Bulls game on last week that we were up 21 points and then we just blew out. We just got blown out pretty much at the end. So yeah, that wasn't great. But other than that, I mean, I've been liking what the Heat's been doing. I mean, we just blew the Cavaliers out today. I didn't watch the game. I'm gonna have to see the highlights, but we've been looking good. But the Bucks, hey man, the Bucks is gonna be a tough team. Who do we play against? The Knicks. The Knicks, who are they? They're 1-1. We gotta get a big win. If we get a win against the Knicks, we should qualify for the next round. Same with the Bucks if they get a win against the Wizards. So yeah, I mean, but to win the division though, to win the group, it's gonna be tough. I mean, the Heat and the Bucks obviously haven't faced each other yet because obviously one of them would have a loss in the records. But whatever they play together, maybe that will be Friday or not Friday. That will be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, November 28th. This is gonna be a pretty fun one, and this one's gonna be, I believe, on TNT probably. Should be a fun one to watch. So yeah. Both of these teams might qualify. One is a wild card. One will win the division. The Knicks 1-1, Hornets 1-2, and the Wizards are out of it. Obviously, they're 0-3. And then finally, in the last group, we got the Celtics in Group C, top leading the division. Obviously, 2-0. Celtics 2-1. Same with the Magic tie. We're 2-1, and then the Bulls Raptors on the verge of elimination at 0-2. So yeah, those are my week, or not my week. Those are the current NBA standings. Those are the current NBA standings in the regular season and in the in-season tournament. So most teams have already played, obviously, like around 15 games or so. Yeah, 14 games or so. So, how many games from 82 minus 15 is how much? 67. So we got 67 more games to go. So yeah, we're already almost at the damn near finish line of November. So there's not much basketball left of the year, and then a lot of basketball yet for next year to come. And the Sixers lost by 13 points. That's great. All right, now let's talk about the NFL. Recap week 11. We'll talk about each game, this and that, blah blah blah. So I already talked about the Bengals-Ravens game. The Ravens got the job done against the Bengals. Yep. Don't really have to show you guys much. And Joe Burrow obviously out for the remainder of the season. Is it Joe Browning? Yeah, it's Joe Browning, who's going to be the new quarterback for the Bengals for however long. Starting off with the Sunday games, of course, we got the Steelers going up against the Cleveland Browns, and the Browns getting the gritty win against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 13-10. The Browns improved to 7-3, while the Steelers fall to 6-4. Kenny Pickett and that pitiful ass Matt Canada, or formerly Matt Canada, this was his end game. No, seriously. They finally fired Matt Canada, the potential worst coordinator we could have ever fucking imagined. if we had to pick the worst offensive coordinator in recent times, it has to be that guy. It has to be that guy, Matt Canada. It has to be. Because there is no way that this defense really has carried all 6 wins on their record. All 6 wins they have is because of that defense. They've scored a lot of points enough where the defense has been able to not allow that many points and for the offense to get a bunch of fucking field goals and maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns of offense. And statistically, offensively, the Pittsburgh Steelers are obviously like pretty much just bottom of the barrel. If they're not last, 31st or 30th or whatever. Ranked in yards, in the running game, in the rushing game, in the passing game, it's just been a disaster. Offensively, there's no doubt about it. But since Matt Canada's out of here, the stars are kind of aligning for Pittsburgh. They just fired yet again the worst offensive fucking head coach. Not the worst the worst offensive coordinator we probably could have ever imagined. So it's going to be interesting now to see the Pittsburgh. Well, I'll talk about it when we get to the next Pittsburgh Steelers game. But no Matt Canada from now on after this game. So things should be interesting to see how this Pittsburgh team should do from now on, moving on from Matt Canada, right? But back to the Browns who won the game. Again, the defense. The defense is one of the best in the league. There's not much to expect here. The offense, again, Deshaun Watson wasn't active in this one. Dorian Thompson-Robinson was the quarterback. Oh, I'm sorry. Deshaun Watson's obviously not fucking active because he's out for the remainder of the season. I just forgot to tell y'all about that, I believe. But he didn't play terrible, though. 24 for 43, 165 yards, a touchdown. Or not a touchdown, interception. Yeah, I mean, yay. I mean, there was a rushing touchdown for the Steelers with Jalen Warren, 9 carries, 129 yards, touchdown. So not much to say here. A defensive battle, obviously. And the Browns get the job done with that heavy-ass defense. The offense didn't have to do much. So congrats on the Browns with the win. Next, we got the Vegas Raiders losing to the Miami Dolphins, 20-13. The Dolphins improved to 7-3, while the Raiders fall to 5-6. The Dolphins did not look amazing in this game offensively. Defensively, however, may I say we looked impressive? May I say we looked phenomenal? I'm damn near. I mean, we still allowed 13 points, but I'll take it. We're not allowing fucking 30. You know what I mean? And the Raiders, for the most part, offensively, didn't do dog shit. But shout out to the Raiders defense because they were giving us problems. Tua, he looked really weird in this game. He had 2 touchdowns, 325 yards, 20 for 39. He didn't play terrible, but he did have some pretty bad throws and had a really rough interception, I believe in the first half somewhere. It was in the first quarter, I believe. That's what led them to drive, get a Devontae Adams touchdown eventually in the next possession. But yeah, the Raiders did all the work in that first half offensively, got completely shut out in the second half. But the defense gave the Dolphins some trouble. So the offense has been an explosive battle all season long, but this is the first one where we're not fucking scoring 30 points. We scored 30 and Tyreek Hill got a touchdown, but Jalen Waddle didn't do much. The run game wasn't really much. Devon Achane came back and re-aggravated his fucking ankle. I'm like, God damn, man. He got injured again, unfortunately, so he's going to be missing out more fucking time. So that just fucking sucks that Devon Achane came back, was cleared to play, and then now is injured again. Just an absolute fucking bomb for us. Jalen Waddle has been okay, but nothing crazy. Tyreek has still been an absolute dog. 10 receptions, 146 yards, a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 82 yards, a touchdown, 7 receptions. 14 carries, 39 yards for Josh Jacobs. Couldn't do much. Aiden O'Connell had 3 picks. And I believe 2 of them were by Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey, my goodness, he's looked amazing for us already. He's played 2 fucking games with us. And actually, no, 3 games, right? No, he played 3 games, yeah. Because his first game was against, I believe, it was the last home game then before we went to Kansas City. Who did we play before? The Patriots. So he played 3 games: Patriots, Chiefs, and Raiders. But yeah, he's looked amazing for us so far, man. Hey, Jalen Ramsey, best corner in the league, best corner in the NFL, maybe. You might have to say that. I don't know, but yeah, Raiders. Despite losing the game defensively, they've improved, and they definitely gave us hard troubles. But we improved to 7-3. It is what it is. We just got to get the win somehow. So Dolphins, good job, but offensively, let's keep improving from that, because we don't want to be putting up 20 points like that again. Next, we got the Chicago Bears almost winning this game. Can you believe it? Yes, believe it or not, almost getting the job done against the Detroit Lions. They lose 31-26. Yeah, the Lions looked pretty rough in that first half. Jared Goff, 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 236 yards, 23 for 35. Didn't look amazing. Didn't have his best game. The offense did good, though, for remaining parts of the game. Came back in that fourth quarter, scoring 17 points unanswered. They were down. The Bears were up 26-14. It was 26-14 allowed. 17 points to the Lions, for them eventually, getting them the win. And yeah, the most Bears way to lose it. 169 yards, a touchdown for Justin Fields. He also had 18 carries for 104 yards and reception. 7 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown for DJ Moore. Montgomery got a touchdown. Amon-Ra Brown got a touchdown as well. Browns offense. Why do I keep fucking talking about the Browns? The Lions offense woke up in that second half, in the fourth quarter especially, and just came back to fight. They were pretty much down the whole game. And it looked like the Bears almost had them on lock, and it was going to be an upset. But the Lions said, nah, that ain't going to happen, Chief. That ain't going to happen. So, big win for the Lions. Congratulations. They beat the Bears. And now they're, 8-2. They're 8-2. They are tied with they're not tied, but they have one of the best records in the NFL. Believe it or not. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking down the Tennessee Titans 34-14. The Jaguars get the win. They improved to 7-3, while the Titans are 3-7. Jaguars dominated in this game. Trevor Lawrence, 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, 24 for 32. The offense looked impressive. Calvin Ridley got 2 touchdowns. I mean, he's been a non-factor pretty much in this offense for a while, but he got involved in this one. 2 touchdowns, 103 yards, 7 receptions. Derrick Henry couldn't do much productivity. 10 carries, 38 yards, not much going on. 4 receptions, 59 yards, and a tutty for DeAndre Hopkins, getting a touchdown there. Will Levis didn't look terrible, but it didn't look amazing either. 2 touchdowns, 158 yards. That O-line for the Titans, not great. Will Levis got sacked a bunch. I forgot exactly how many times, but the defense, also Jaguars defense, is also not that bad either. But the offense woke up, and they're putting up a bunch of points, and they cruised through this one. It was a comfortable win for Jacksonville, and yeah, they improved to 7-3. They're still one of the best teams in the AFC, and still trying to get better, right? So, big win for the Jaguars. Next, we got the LA Chargers charging it against the Green Bay Packers, with the Packers winning this one 23-10. 23-20. 4-6, the Packers improve, while the Chargers get the same record as well. 2 tutties for Jordan Love, 322 yards, 227 for 40. Actually looked impressive. Jordan Love, may I say, I think this is his best game of the season. I think this is probably his best performance of the season so far. Justin Herbert, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, 21-36. Couldn't get much going on. The offense was just kind of straight down, laid down, bloated, just not really doing much. And yeah, just couldn't do much there. It was a close one, though. Both defenses played great. The Packers, just were able to be a little bit more gritty. Jalen Reed has been pretty good in the rushing department. 1 touchdown, also had 3 carries, 46 yards. Latavion Wicks, he's been a pretty good wideout for the Packers. He's been pretty solid for them this year. Keenan Allen had a touchdown with 10 receptions and 116 yards. Packers get a gritty win here. Jordan Love stepped up and played a lot better than expected, right? So, yeah, big win for the Packers. Good job, good job, good job, Packers. Next, we got the Arizona Cardinals damn near almost beating the Houston Texans. 21-16. The Texans win this one. Texans improve to 6-4, while the Cardinals fall to 2-9. CJ Stroud looked human in this game. 336 yards, 2 touchdowns, but had 3 interceptions. So a lot of mistakes for CJ Stroud. Definitely looked like a rookie out there. And the Cardinals didn't do much offensively. Kyler Murray had a touchdown and an interception as well with 214 yards and went 20 for 30. Of course, the Texans offense did much they could. Of course, Singletary had a rushing touchdown. CJ Stroud hit an absolute dart to Tank Dell for a touchdown in that second quarter. It was an absolute fucking one of the best plays of the season. My goodness, what an absolute throw, one absolute catch, right? But yeah, not much to say here for the Cardinals. Just bad offense. Just couldn't get much going. Kyler Murray rushing for his life as well. Texas defense has improved as well. But the Texans get a job done with their defense and without CJ Stroud looking god tier. So that's something to say for the Texans. Big win. Yeah, are we surprised about this? Dallas Cowboys annihilate the Panthers 33-10. The Panthers are absolute dog shit. They're 1-9. And the Cowboys 7-3. I mean, not to expect anything else. Dak Prescott is gonna shit on the shitty teams. You know what I mean? 2 touchdowns, 188 yards, 25 for 38. Tony Pollard finally got a goddamn touchdown. It's been fucking years since he got a touchdown. My goodness, he's not been great all season long. 12 carries, 61 yards. Brandon Cooks had 3 receptions, 42 yards. Yeah, this Panthers team is just not going anywhere. A touchdown, interception. Bryce Young, I feel so bad for you, bro. But at the same time, he just hasn't looked amazing. You know, he just has not looked amazing. I know he needs more weapons, and I know his O-line is dog shit. But we also got to put part of the blame to him. We're not going to give him all these excuses and shit. Like, he just has not looked amazing. Well, we'll see. It's his rookie year. We're not going to go too much into it. Maybe improvement from next year, but they want this season to be done with easily. Same with the New York Giants, but they can hold off with a good win against a divisional rival with the Washington Commanders. They lost 31-19. The Giants winning a football game. Oh my goodness. You know how fucking absolute dog shit you must be. Haven't the Commanders lost to like the worst teams? My goodness. The Commanders have lost to the fucking. They lost to the Bears. They lost to the Giants twice. They almost lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Seahawks, but they almost beat the Seahawks. And they almost beat the Eagles twice. Imagine that's actually, wow, that's actually fucking crazy that the Commanders lose to the shittiest teams, but they go toe-to-toe with some of the better teams in the league. So that's pretty crazy. While the Giants, they improve to 3-8, and the Commanders fall to 4-7. Tommy DeVito, 3 touchdowns, 246 yards, 18 for. Wait, hold on. Tommy DeVito looked good. Hold on. Wait, he looked good. Wait, what the fuck's going on here? All right, if you're making Tommy DeVito look good, then this fucking defense is absolute dog shit, and that's exactly what to expect. Washington Commanders defense, non-existent. So, 4 receptions, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. Just absolute dog shit. Sam Howell, 31 for 45, 256 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. Didn't look great. Definitely not. But Sam Howell has been pretty productive this year. Not going to lie. He has been pretty productive this year. He's a hit or miss. He's going to hit some absolute darts for tutties, and he's going to hit some absolute stinkers to the defense. So, yeah, that's what you're getting from the Washington Commanders. And the Giants, I mean, you're not going to win a game in 4 years. Actually, I'm looking at this one. Maybe they actually might get another win in their book. We'll see. But the Giants get a rare win. Next, we got the 49ers. pretty much decimating. The score looks close, but they pretty much decimated the Buccaneers 27, excuse me, to 14. Niners improved to 7-3, and the Buccaneers fall to 4-6. Baker Mayfield 29 for 45, 246 yards, a touchdown and interception, while Brock Purdy 21 for 25, 333 yards, 3 touchdowns. Brock Purdy literally had a perfect passing rating in this game. One of the very few quarterbacks in the 49ers franchise to ever do it. I believe he's like the third. So I mean, great stuff for Brock Purdy. When you have all your guys around you, you're gonna play amazing, dude. You have fucking Debo, you have Brandon Ayuk, you have Christian McCaffrey going crazy. So the Niners are back and healthy. What they were the first 5 games of the season, that's what they are now. Yes, they went on a weird ass losing streak without Debo and without Trent Williams and Brock Purdy looking pretty dog shit. But when you have all your weapons out there and you're not turning the ball over, the 49ers are good. Brock Purdy not committing turnovers. Everybody healthy, and obviously including the same thing with everybody is, healthy and no one's hurt. That's all. Brock Purdy, you don't got to commit the turnovers. You're not committing the turnovers, you're going to win. Their offense is that explosive. The defense is that fucking god tier. The special teams is also great. Like, you are in fucking you're in Wonderland. You can wander around the world with that O-line. You can wander around that O-line for days. That offense is, you have too many weapons to fucking rely on, man. So as long as Brock Purdy's just simply doing his job and not committing turnovers, the 49ers are probably the most dangerous team in the NFL. Yes, they got those 3 losses, but to be fair, man, it's making the record look a little bit heftier, not too perfect, right? Because I could have easily seen this 49ers team be 10-0. 10-0. I don't think they would have went perfect throughout the whole year, but 10-0 looked very reasonable to me. If Brock Purdy didn't play dog shit, and if Debo and Trent were hurt, if they were hurt, if they were back and healthy. So you never know, right? And the Buccaneers are still not that great. Defense has let me down in this one. Speaking of the defense playing like absolute dog shit, but the defense has actually been pretty good for the most part. The Jets defense has been pretty good. Not in this one, though. 32 points the Bills scored on them. The Bills improved to 6-5. They much needed win for the Bills. And the Jets, they go down to 4-6. Yeah, Zach Wilson is not the guy for the Jets. So they finally realized, Robert Saleh finally realized, yeah, we're going to bench his ass and we're going to put in Tim Doyle as their starting quarterback for their next game against the Dolphins on Friday. What an absolute shootout that will be. So the Jets offense, non-existent with Zach Wilson as your quarterback. Defense did what they could, but against the Bills offense, they were mad. They're frustrated. They were not going to lose to the Jets again. This was not going to be a repetition of week 1. So the Bills made sure of that. Got the dominating win against the Jets. So the Bills, much needed win for the Bills. So big win for them. Next, we got the Rams taking down the Seahawks. God damn it. Man, the kicker for the Seahawks, he missed a 55-yard field goal that would have potentially won the game for them, but he missed it. Matthew Stafford did not look good, dude, but they got the job done. 190 yards, a touchdown, interception. Geno Smith had 233 yards and a touchdown as well. Did what they could, man, but just was not great. Both teams defensively didn't play that bad either. But the Rams just got the job done in the end. They came back in that fourth quarter, scoring 10 points. And, they're able to get the job done there. So the Rams get the win. Next, on Sunday Night Football, we got the Minnesota Vikings losing to the Denver Broncos, may I say. Josh Dobbs did not look amazing. 221 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. But it didn't look terrible either. Russell Wilson has been cooking, though. He has been cooking. 259 yards, a touchdown. Cortland Sutton with once again another tiptoeing catch, another tiptoe catch, touchdown catch. Ridiculous, and has been definitely the biggest target, the biggest playmaker on that offense for sure all season long with for the Broncos. And the Broncos are now 5-5. They have a 500 record now. They're on a 3-game winning streak, I believe. Broncos are they're playing good football right now. I mean, and they're playing good in crunch time. Like their time management has it actually shown improvement. You know, they're not losing games by fucking dumb play calling from the defense or from the offensive coordinator or any of that shit. You know what I mean? It looks competent enough. The head coach, Sean Payton, I mean, despite me not really liking the man, he's looked like he's been actually proven what he's worth this season. And Russell Wilson has looked pretty good. Broncos should have been playing like this all season long, but hey, they finally playing like what we could have or what most people expected them to get to. Even though they're still 500, a 500 team right now, it's going to be difficult. And the Vikings, I mean, y'all lost the game, but y'all gave the Broncos a little bit of a tough one. And with the Pastronaut as your quarterback for the remainder of the year, most likely, I mean, your playoffs are still there, man. The Vikings are still licking for the playoffs. They're still itching for it. So don't get your hopes too high, but don't also lose all confidence. Y'all still there. Y'all still in the competition. Same with the Broncos. But for that division, though, I think it's a little far reached. I think it's a little too far gone for them. Maybe not. We'll see. And then finally, the Monday Night Football game, the Super Bowl 57 rematch that everybody has been dying to wait on, the game that has been marked on everyone's calendar to watch this season, the Philadelphia Eagles beating the Kansas City Chiefs 21-17. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles did not play amazing in that first half, but they stepped up in that second half, scoring 14 points, 7 points in each quarter, besides the second quarter, of course. They were able to commit. They were able to, make plays off of turnovers from the Chiefs. And the Chiefs definitely had some turnovers. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdowns, an interception as well, 177 yards, 24 for 43. What is wrong with this Kansas City offense, man? These receivers cannot catch a football. I don't know what it is. Marquez Valdes-Scantling dropped the absolute dime from Patrick Mahomes right in his goddamn hands that should have gave them the lead, at least gave them the lead with 2 minutes left. I mean, who knows if the Eagles would have still had enough time to, tie the game with a field goal or would have went for a touchdown to win the game, but at least would have had the Chiefs with the lead late in the game with less than like 2 minutes to go pretty much. But no, that was all avoided pretty much. And the Chiefs just didn't look back after that. They just they just couldn't get back up after that. Mahomes has played pretty good. He hasn't played amazing this season, but again, how can you really look amazing when your pass catchers can't even catch the ball? Travis Kelce didn't even look that great. Was it because his boo wasn't there? Was it because Taylor Swift was too busy performing in Brazil? I don't know if it's finally getting to him, but Travis Kelce, 7 receptions, 44 yards. He did have a touchdown, but again, just a little 1-yard catch there. Travis Kelce didn't have the most mind-blowing game in this one, but I mean, again, Travis Kelce's still Travis Kelce, right? Who am I to fucking shit on him? I'm definitely not shitting on him. It's just didn't have the best game, right? But the Chiefs, man, they got to figure shit out on their offense, man. The defense has been phenomenal. That's the crazy thing. Like, we've all been, like, these past, like, 3-4 years that they've had Patrick Mahomes just, dominating the league, it's always been a problem with the defense just sometimes just letting them down. Now this season, the things have just changed. The offense hasn't even scored a touchdown in the second half in like the last 3 games. I mean, the Chiefs being shut out in the second half for the last 3 games is ridiculous. For an offense with fucking Patrick Mahomes as quarterback, for a guy like Travis Kelce, that's still good enough to at least score a touchdown. in at least 1 out of 3 games in either the third or fourth quarter. It's just way too much that it's happening. We'll see what happens next game against the Raiders, I believe, in Vegas on Sunday. But the Chiefs, I mean, they're still one of the best teams in the NFL. So, we're not counting them out or anything, but my goodness, man, there needs to be something held accountable with these receivers, man, because you can't be winning games and these catchers can't even do their jobs. Just saying, I know, and that's the thing. Like, I know they have a bunch of rookies, and they also have a bunch. Sky Moore, he's in the second year. We need to see some improvement, dude. I haven't really seen much from the Chiefs. I mean, again, like Rashee Rice has been serviceable. He's been that bad. Kadarius Toney, no. Pacheco running like a madman, but receiving, obviously that's not his main job, but couldn't do much there. Noah Gray didn't even play. Marcus Scantley, I mean, dude, he didn't even put up any stats, and he still dropped the pass, dude. Damn, dude, that's crazy, man. Yeah, man. The Chiefs, I mean, the Eagles, they're getting nasty, nasty wins, man. But they're 9-1. They're the best team in the NFL, despite getting disgusting. You made it out alive type of wins. You're getting the job done, and that's what's fucking most important. And now we're entering late. We're in late November. We're about to enter December, the final month of the regular season. You gotta get wins no matter how you get them. And the schedule for the Eagles, I'm looking at not that good for the next 3 games at least. Bills, which we should beat the Bills, right? Because the Bills are they're building some momentum. I guess they beat the Jets, but still, they want to. There should be a Super Bowl contending team, and they should be a tough one for us. So we'll see. The Niners, this game is gonna be a real deal. If the Eagles can win this game against the Niners, I'm just saying, who is the real top dog in the NFC? The Niners or the Eagles? Whoever wins this fucking game right here, because it's gonna be a big one. The Cowboys in Dallas, they almost beat us at home in Philly. So in Dallas, not gonna be a breeze. Seahawks, we could take that one. The Giants, we should absolutely sweep them. Should be no surprise. Same with the Cardinals. So yeah, the next 4 games should be tough, but the next 3 games will be pretty much essentially bye weeks, and we could probably lose either of these games because we probably won't even have Jalen Hurts playing because getting ready for the playoffs. But these 4 games here, especially the Bills, especially the Niners game, man, this game is going to be very big, very important for the Eagles. They can beat the Bills and go 10-1, but then they lose to the Niners. I'm gonna be very suspicious of the Eagles, man, because I know the Niners team. They could fucking easily crucify us if they really want to, man. I'm scared of that Niners team, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. That game is not gonna be the most fun to watch. Probably, it's not gonna be the NFC Championship game all over again. And that's not what I wanted last time, right? I didn't want domination. I wanted a good game, but that December 3rd game, everybody, that's the next big game to watch for sure, because just what else to expect, right? So yeah, those were recapping week 11 of the NFL season. Now let me quickly make my week 12 picks. So let's go with the Thanksgiving games. Of course, tomorrow we got the first Thanksgiving game between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. So the Lions, again, playing on Thanksgiving like they always do. Their 700th millionth game on Thanksgiving, and usually they like to lose on Thanksgiving. That's kind of like a thing that they like to do. They just don't win on Thanksgiving. They have a losing record on Thanksgiving. I would think so, right? But that should change. We'll give them a win here. The Packers are going to Detroit. The last time the Packers have played the Lions twice in Lambeau in Detroit, hasn't ended well. Jordan Love came off a pretty impressive win against the Chargers, but this Lions team is on fire. They came back against the Bears. Yes, they were almost on upset alert, but they got the job done. And again, it's how you finish, not how you start. So, Lions, give me it. I'm picking the Lions to give me the dub here. So, give me the Lions to take the W. Next, we got the Commanders going up against the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys, they typically almost win every fucking Thanksgiving. pretty much. The Lions usually lose on Thanksgiving, and the Cowboys usually win on Thanksgiving. So, but I got both teams winning, so give me that. Give it to me. Cowboys being the Commanders, not much to expect here. The Cowboys are playing at home. Commanders just lost to the goddamn Giants. I don't really know what to expect from Sam Howell. He could have 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. It really doesn't. I really don't know. Give me the Cowboys. 49ers, Seahawks. This should be an interesting game. The Seahawks, if they can get a win here against the Niners, a healthy Niners team, which is going to be fucking difficult, should we start taking the Seahawks seriously? And the division is going to get a lot closer. They'll be tied for the division if the Seahawks win this game. They'll both be 7-4. Should be interesting to see. But it's hard. It's hard to beat this 49ers team, man. It is hard. It's hard, dude. I mean, I'm kind of surprised Brock Purdy didn't fucking throw 5 passing touchdowns against that Buccaneers defense. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't score enough points, and they allowed the Niners actually allowed 14 points to the Buccaneers. I mean, that's even more impressive to me. That Niners team is deadly, so give me the Niners to win it. For the first ever Black Friday NFL game, we got Amazon Prime giving us this beautiful game between the Miami Dolphins versus the New York Jets. Yeah, they thought we were going to get Tua versus Aaron Rodgers, and we're getting fucking Tim Boyle. Yeah, I hope we don't struggle. Or actually, no. Well, the Jets' defense is pretty good. So, but I hope our defense plays like how we played last week against the Raiders, because ain't no way in hell our defense is going to suck ass to this pitiful ass Jets offense. And the fact that I'm kind of worried our defense is somehow going to just kind of collapse like that, I hope not. Just Dolphins, just please get offensively, have a fucking go off. Tua, 4 passing touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing, maybe if you want to run. Tyreek gets the ball. Jalen gets the ball. Mostert, is he back? Yeah, Mostert get the ball. Or Ahmad, right? Because the rookie Ahmad, because he's the running back now without Mostert and HN. We want to spread that ball around in this one, because the Jets defense is good, but if our offense is going somewhere, then we should be able to put up enough points. Yeah, give me the Dolphins for sure. But I feel like the Jets somehow are going to make this interesting, even though their offense is just absolute dog shit. Next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Gardner Minshew versus Baker Mayfield, the battle of the mid quarterbacks. Yeah, that's what we're aiming for here. The Buccaneers coming off of a loss to the Niners. The Colts were on a bye week. The Colts could, they could pull some new tricks up their sleeve. Coming off the bye week, you know what? Give me the Colts here. Fuck it, give me the Colts beating the Buccaneers. I'll take it. I will take it. Next, we got the toilet of an absolute toilet bowl between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. This is not the Super Bowl in 2012 or 2011. This is the 2023 toilet bowl between the Patriots and the Giants. Give me the Giants, because the Patriots can actually suck penis. They are absolutely dreadful. The Giants, at least Tommy DeVito actually looked good last week against the Commanders, so he could look good against the Patriots. Why not? It's the Patriots. The 2023 Patriots. It's not the 2007 Patriots. So it's okay. We're okay. We're okay, guys. Well, it's okay if it even was the 2007 Patriots, because guess who beat them in the Super Bowl? The fucking Giants. Doesn't even matter. So give me the Giants. Steelers, Bengals. 6-4 Bengals. 6-4 Steelers versus the 5-5 Bengals. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers all fucking day. Unfortunately, Joe Burrow once again out for the year. Joe Browning, or Joe or Jake Browning, whatever his first name is, he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Bengals. If you show some hope, maybe I'll start picking the Bengals again. But for now, I just can't pick the Bengals. Like, The Steelers, with that defense, they're going to do some damage. And even with that pitiful offense, maybe again, without Matt Canada now as their new offensive coordinator, whoever their new offensive coordinator is, he should be fucking light years better than Canada. So it should show improvement to that offense. And mostly people have been blaming that Kenny Pickett has been dog shit this year is because of Matt Canada. So will Kenny Pickett fucking go crazy? I don't know. Give me the Steelers though. Even if Pickett has like 112 yards and like 0 touchdowns. Maybe. We'll see. Panthers, Titans. I'm tempted to pick the Panthers here because I feel bad for them. I'm not going to lie. I do feel bad for this Panthers team, dude. I'm going to pick the Panthers. Just out of pity. I'll be honest with you. Give me the win, man. I could be so wrong. You know what? Give me the Panthers. Out of pity, out of fucking pity, I'm picking the Panthers. That's actually kind of terrible. Why would I even pick a team just because I feel bad for them? That's kind of crazy. The Titans could easily beat them. I mean, it's not that. It's just I feel bad for them. That's crazy. I like Bryce Young, man. I just give him a win. The script writers, get something going, man. I don't know. Hey, he fucking beat C.J. Stroud. He could beat fucking Will Levis, another rookie quarterback. Hey, make it work. Make it work. Next, we got the Texans going up against the Jaguars. This should be an interesting game here. Both teams right now on top of the AFC South. Well, the Jaguars are, but the Texans are not too far off. For that crown, they're looking for that division title. And they're not too far off. So it's going to be tough because the Jaguars are on the road in Houston facing off against the Texans, right? So it's going to be tough for that defense to really do much because that Texans offense is serious. But I feel a little bit more comfortable right now with the Jaguars. You know what? I think the Jaguars their offense has been explosive and their defense has actually not been terrible. So you know what? Give me the Jaguars to beat the Texans here. Next, we got the Saints versus the Falcons. The Falcons don't really lose that many games at home. The Saints on the road are kind of on an okay team. Their defense has been pretty good. Their offense have been playing a lot better. Taysom Hill has been more involved in the offense, and they've actually haven't looked that bad. They came off a bye week, I believe, last week. Same with the Falcons. So I don't know if I should. I mean, Desmond Ridder, Taylor Heineke, whoever's that quarterback for the Falcons, it really hasn't looked amazing. I'm gonna be comfortable with the Saints though. I could pick the Falcons because they're playing at home and they're typically a good team at home, but at this point, it doesn't even fucking matter, man. I think the Saints might just come home there and just whoop their ass probably. Next, we got the Rams going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Rams here, buddy. Give me the Rams here. They got the gritty win last week against the Seahawks. Matthew Stafford didn't look amazing, but again, their defense did enough. Aaron Donald was explosive. Their defense could definitely get the job done here against the Cardinals, which the offense has not looked amazing. Kyler Murray, he's back, but he can't do it all by himself, right? So yeah, give me the Rams to beat the Cardinals. Next, we got the Browns going up against the Broncos. Should be interesting. Both defenses have been playing really good this year, especially the Broncos defense lately. After getting 70 burgered by the Dolphins earlier this season, they've stepped the fuck up. They've woken up. While the Browns, they've stayed as one of the better teams in the AFC and is fighting for that division title. So the Browns with that heavy-ass defense is going to be hard for me. I'm not going to lie, I've been liking that the Broncos have been winning, but I think that Browns team is too good. I don't know if I'm going with the Broncos. If the Broncos can prove to me they can beat this fucking Cleveland Browns team's defense, whoa, that Broncos team is going to be on a sky high because their next opponents after, if they can take down the Browns, will be the Texans, which should be a tough one. The Chargers, divisional rivalry, can go back and forth twice. The Patriots, that should be an easy win for them. Lions, going to be tough. Raiders. So they have some good up and down games. So if they can get a big win against the Browns, the Chiefs could actually be on lookout for the Browns or for the Broncos coming for their division title, believe it or not. And even the Raiders are not even that far off. So we'll see. So yeah, give me the Browns over the Broncos. Next, we got a pretty good one here between the Bills and the Eagles. I mean, I'm gonna still pick the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles are the best team in the NFL right now. Yes, they have not looked amazing, winning games comfortably, right? But the offense, one of the best in the league. The defense, one of the best in the league. And their O line has been incredible. So there's not much else to say here. Yeah, give me the Eagles here. Give me the Eagles here for sure. The Bills though could put up a fight for sure. I'm expecting that as well. Next, you got the Chiefs going up against the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs. They don't really lose to the Raiders that much. They always are in close games with the Raiders, however. The Raiders always give them a good, tough competition. You know what? I kind of want to pick the Raiders just because the Chiefs. Their offense has worried me. They worried me after that Monday Night Football game, and it's been games. It's not like it's the first show of their offense just not catching. But I mean, from week one against the Lions to start the season off, we had fucking Kadarius Toney dropping easy, layup catches. You know what I mean? So it's been a problem all season long that we would have thought the Chiefs would have just like figured out by this point because it's Kansas City. Whatever. It was first game jitters. They're playing their 11th game of the year, and they're still having wide receiver issues. So if it happens again against the Raiders, they're not the Eagles, but the Raiders can come back and get you. So I won't even be surprised if the Raiders can even get the win here, but I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. When you have Patrick Mahomes as quarterback, it's really tough, man, to just pick against him, dude. It's tough. It really doesn't matter the circumstance. Fucking, he could rush all. He can rush for all the touchdowns in the game. He could score in, run the ball all day long. Who knows, man? I mean, he can fucking do it. So yeah, give me the Chiefs over the Raiders. Next Sunday Night Football, we got the Baltimore Ravens going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. They need to fire Brandon Staley, for God's sakes. They finally fired Matt Canada, the worst offensive coordinator in Steelers history, if not ever, maybe. I don't know. They need to fire Brandon Staley. So hopefully the Ravens can put this motherfucking team to bed so that Brandon Staley gets fired. Please? I would love to see that. I'm not a fan of Brandon Staley at all. Not even a fan of the guy that much. He kind of seems like a dickhead. I don't know him personally, but I don't know. That's just kind of the way I kind of perceive of him a little bit. And on top of that, he's not a good play caller. So we're just gonna call how it is. Ravens get the job done against the Chargers. Sorry, Chargers. Justin Herbert, free Justin Herbert, please. Or just get fucking Matt. Not Matt. Or just get Brandon Staley fired. Just get him fired so he doesn't have to go anywhere. Stay in LA, win something with the Chargers. But my goodness, with this motherfucker as head coach, you're not doing shit. I'm sorry. Then finally, Monday Night Football. We got the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. Give me the Vikings. Anyways, those are my week 12 predictions. So let me go over my predictions once again. So for week 12, for the Thursday games, so 3 Thursday games, obviously, for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I got the Lions over the Packers. I have the Cowboys over the Commanders. I have the Niners over the Seahawks. And then on Friday, we have I have the Dolphins over the Jets. And then for the Sunday game, I got the Saints over the Falcons, the Steelers over the Bengals, the Panthers upset beating the Titans, the Colts beating the Buccaneers, the Giants beating the Patriots, the Jaguars beating the Texans, the Browns beating the Broncos, the Rams beating the Cardinals, the Chiefs beating the Raiders, the Eagles beating the Bills, the Ravens beating the Chargers, and the Vikings beating the Bears on Monday Night Football, which I won't even watch this game because I'll be busy watching Travis Scott live. So that's going to be fucking lit. I'm glad I'm not probably going to watch that game because that doesn't even look like an interesting game to me. Whatever, I'll watch the highlights. But yeah, those are my week 12 picks. I still got to talk about some albums. I'll talk about one album and that's it for this one. Because I'll talk about I won't talk football on. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. On Friday's episode, I'll talk about the Thursday games, right? and maybe even the Friday game, because the Friday game's at 3 p.m. So if I record at nighttime, then I'll recap all four of those games on Friday. But for the most part, the rest of the episode will be music related. But let me do my let me cut my screen share. Oh, I stop at exactly 1 hour. 1 hour. So we're gonna end this off with Drake in a good way. In a good way. Cause he dropped Scary Hours 3 last Friday, which was felt very soon because he dropped For All the Dogs literally a month and a half ago. And yes, I was not the craziest of fan. Reviewing the album, I was definitely not fucking with the whole track list. And it's obviously I knew it was still gonna be in my rotation. It's a Drake album. You know, from his worst albums, it's gonna be in my rotation. It's not gonna fly after a week. It takes months for a Drake album to like legit fall out of my rotation. No matter how bad it could be received or how many skips there on it, doesn't matter. For All the Dogs, it's still been on my rotation. I haven't listened to it this week, but that's because we got this new Drake. Scary Hours 3 EP. Scary Hours, the first Scary Hours came out in 2018 with God's Plan and Diplomatic Immunity. Good two-pack songs. Nothing much, but God's Plan ended up being one of his biggest songs, right? Then we got Scary Hours 2 in 2021 with Lemon Pepper Freestyle with Rick Ross, Wants and Needs with Lil Baby, and then What's Next. I fuck with Scary Hours 2. Good EP. Now he's bringing in 6 new songs for Scary Hours 3 EP, and pretty much it's not its own individual album. It's pretty much the For All the Dogs Deluxe edition. He just calls it the Scary Hours 3 edition, but it's a deluxe for All the Dogs. So that means with all those songs combined together, we got 29 songs, an hour and 48 minutes for All the Dogs with Scary Hours 3 in it. But guess what? That's not a fucking mistake, because my goodness, Scary Hours 3 in itself, those 6 songs right there, this is what the fuck I wanted, expected, needed, and much desired. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. He's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. But seriously, ridiculous EP. Ridiculous EP. All 6 songs. Motherfucker, he went 6 for 6. I don't know if he heard all the criticism from people, the mixed reviews from For All the Dogs, him posting, people, shitting on the album on his Instagram stories and dissing Joe Budden, and I don't know, the criticism got to his head and he felt like he was on some under pressure shit, and he just had to remind these motherfuckers, hey, I could still rap, motherfucker. Don't I could do more than just, now shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for. I could do more than some catchy ass hooks, motherfucker. I could rap, bitch. That's what Drake wanted to remind you on Scary Hours 3 once again. Except a more consistent track list, because we're getting 6 new songs with just pure rapping. All 6 songs are rapping songs. They're all rap, rappity, rap. But let me talk about all 6 songs. Starting off with Red Button. Love the beat. The sample flip, incredible. Sounds great. While I was singing, I was harmonizing that shit in the shower. Great intro to the EP. Bars. Fuck with it. Stories About My Brother. Produced by Conductor Williams. Good shit. Probably my second or third favorite song off the EP. Brilliant bars, amazing production, great introspective writing. Great rapping, great flows. What else do you expect? Amazing. Wickman was pretty good. I love the Alchemist, like atmospheric production. Sound like old Drake with that, take care. Nothing was the same kind of vibe beat. Um, it was short, wasn't too much going on, but I liked it. It's a vibey song. Evil Ways with another J. Cole feature. Not just first person shooter, but Evil Ways, J. Cole. Going back and forth, rapping over a good sample. Fuck with it. Fuck with it a lot. Definitely up there as one of the better songs on the album, but on the EP itself, I don't even think it's my top 3 on the EP, but it's still good. Still good. You Broke My Heart, banger of the EP, catchy though. For my ex, fuck my ex, fuck my ex, fuck my ex. It it was repetitive, but it was a good repetitive. It was a good repetitive. It wasn't annoying. You know what I mean? So that was a good thing that he did with that. And the song's catchy. It's a catchy song. It's the banger of the EP. So it's gonna be the one that, if it charts number one, it's probably gonna be that one, right? Yeah, but this whole oh, and of course, I saved the best song for last. The Shoe Fits. That was the third song on the EP, and I talked about it last. Why? Because that song right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a top 15 Drake song of all time. And I don't think I'm exaggerating. And you know what? Now me thinking that if that's a top 15 Drake song of all since fucking '09, since the beginning of his career, '09. Now I'm tempted to make a top 15 Drake, or now I'm tempted to make a top 50 list. I'm tempted to think, if I'm correct, if I do generally believe that The Shoe Fits is at least a top 15 Drake song of all time. And it's hard for me to think about it, but right now I have the confidence enough to say that. That song is amazing. That song is amazing. The production's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I think Lil Yachty was one of the producers for the song. He produced some of the song. Lil Yachty, my goodness, fucking thank you. Thank you. You gave us a fucking masterpiece. You were a part of it with another producer who produced it. Masterpiece. Thank you for the beat. And Drake giving us like 3 verses and a hook, and then some intro. Bro, just dissing this, just explaining how women be acting in this generation, just explaining how men gotta deal with these fucking bitches sometimes. A bunch of other shit included, and just top 10 rapping. Just a lyrical exercise from Drake. You know what I mean? On that Jay-Z shit, that lyrical exercise. This is what that was, Like, yes, The Shoe Fits is not gonna be a song that's gonna be fucking huge. It's not even gonna get fucking 200 million streams, not even for Drake standards. It's not that good. But my fucking goodness, this song is incredible, dude. It is fucking incredible. Like, now I'm thinking it's better than any song on Her Loss. Even Middle of the Ocean, I'm thinking it's better than 8 a.m. in Charlotte, the best song off of the original For All the Dogs. The Shoe Fits is an incredible fucking song. I absolutely love it. I wish it made the original For All the Dogs. I mean, it is because it's on the Scary Hours edition, but still, Drake, you fucking did it, man. You fucking did it. And that's the thing with Drake, man. He will always remind y'all that he can do it. He doesn't always do it, but when he does, it's amazing. It's amazing. But the thing is with Drake, it just feels a little weird that I feel like I am right on the part of that criticism kind of motivate him to do this, like Scary Hours 3. Like, we kind of knew we were getting Scary Hours 3 at some point, but I would have thought that would have come out like a little bit later next year, or actually maybe that would have made more sense now because even though it does feel soon because the album just came out a month and a half, he did say he was gonna go on a break and like relax, like not rap for a little bit and take a break from recording music, not retiring because when niggas say retiring, it's not true. But when motherfuckers say retiring, that's not the truth. But I feel like he gave us and he said he recorded this and wrote all this shit in 5 fucking days. He said he wrote all Scary Hours 3 in 5 days. So that's remarkable on his half if that's true, right? But yeah, like it's tough with Drake, man. It's tough with Drake because we know we can get this shit a lot. I guess you just can't be mad at it, man. You have to accept it. I'm a Drake fan, and like I can't accept. I can, but I can't accept that we'll never get a full Drake album just rapping like he is on the Shoe Fits. We won't get a full album like that because the numbers won't do as well, and this and that. But I feel like there are always gonna be that one album that even mainstream artists won't really consider. It won't be their biggest commercial success, but it will still do good for their fan base. The fans will still enjoy this and that. But Drake is just, he wants to balance it out. He wants to give you that rapping shit. He wants to give you that catchy shit, the singing R&B shit, the ratchet shit. You know what I mean? He wants to give you a blend of everything. And so I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for that. And of course, I love it because we're getting so many different sides of him, right? But I'm telling you, man, I have like a thing when Drake is just rapping like that. It's just like a fucking it's just a dream come true. It's just a dream come true if we could just fully get that, right? But guess what? Drake, he will never give me that full rap album. But in the end of the day, we gotta just fucking accept it and let it be, right? Like, I'm a Drake fan for a while for a reason. He still makes great music no matter what path he goes into. Even if it's not him rapping full on bars, there's still so many other songs that I like from Drake. If you can remove all the rapping, the Shoe Fits, Middle of the Ocean, um, Tuscan Leather type songs or Pound Cake type songs, there's still a bunch of other fucking shit I'll take from Drake's catalog. So I can't even complain, right? But yeah, Scary Hours 3 EP out of 10, it's like a fucking 9 something. It's like a 9. It's great, man. It is so good, man. I listened to it already today. I'm gonna listen to it again tonight. I have to. Just, I needed that, man. It was something that I didn't think I needed that soon after the album just came out a month ago. But my goodness, I mean, if we didn't, we wouldn't have fucking the Shoe Fits or Stories About My Brother or Evil Ways. You know what I mean? Or You Broke My Heart. Like, thank you, Drake. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. And now I'm like even more tempted to get those Drake tickets to see him on tour, man, in March of next year, dude. I'm tempted. I need to get that. I gotta get that. I got a second chance now. There's no way I can't fumble a second time. You know, there's no way. And speaking of the Drake, I do generally believe I might make a top 50 Drake list. I did one a couple years ago, but that shit is I gotta update that motherfucker. Like that shit isn't. I gotta restart that shit. We got new shit that is worthy of a top 15, like the Shoe Fits, like I mentioned. Middle of the Ocean. I think I did that before Her Loss came out, so I'm putting some Her Loss songs in the top 50. I know it for sure. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a top 50 Drake and Travis. I can do top 50 Drake and Travis because I'm gonna see Travis Monday. I've already mentioned that like 5 times on the pod, but hey, can't get enough. I'm gonna see fucking Travis Scott, one of my favorite artists ever, live. So it's gonna be a great fucking experience. I'm gonna have the time of my life for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. But yeah, that is it for today's episode. So yeah, more football content on the way, more basketball content on the way, highlights, tier lists. I think I might do some recordings maybe in a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that is it for today's episode. See you guys in a bit. Take care and peace out, my friends.